Yeah, you pushed it. All right, let's go. All right, so I'm here with my this is my Indian travel companion. So we're gonna talk about edging, some real life uh, examples of what edging is, because the people, a lot of you keep asking like, what's edging? Another word for edging though is lusting, but there's different levels of subtlety to lusting and edging. Uh, Basically, edging is getting dopamine stimulation, whatever that is. Doesn't have to be in the sexual realm, but this channel's about that, so we're keeping it there. But some other examples, you can say, you're feeling like you're trying to escape your feelings. So you want to go eat some Doritos, or you want to go eat a pizza, or you want to go watch TV or watch some violent movie, or go scroll on the internet and go look on TikTok endlessly, right? Because you want to escape yourself. That's what edging is. But let's give some practical examples of edging. I can think of one good one. I went to India about, I don't know, 19 years ago or something. And then I met this guy, and he's also edging addict. I didn't know it when I met him, but that was revealed later. We ended up going to Thailand and doing all, soapy massage and riding sport bikes and just all the addict stuff. So I wanted to have him on here, and we can go over some things. So, but the example that comes to my mind, see, when I came to India, I went to Rishikesh, which is a kind of a small village. It's not that at that time they weren't used to seeing foreigners, and I was blonde hair, blue eyes, 20s, and fit, and so I got a lot of attention. But at the same time, in India, especially there, it's taboo. Like the girls, like it's not wide open like Thailand. So if the girls look at you, it's like, it's all secret and stuff. So I ended up finding like kind of a more open girl, but I didn't speak Hindi. So I wanted to interview her. That's what I wanted to do. So then I told him, I said, look, we got to interview this girl. I just want to ask her some basic questions. And so that, okay, now I'm going to let you know, you say what happened. So I brought him there, and he's taught. I tell him like this is what happens. This is edging. This is an example of edging. Okay, what happened?
Yeah. So yeah, as Yash mentioned, so I met him first time, and I was addict too, but we really don't know each other so well about all this thing. And he just I was not aware about his characteristics. He just took me. They had a secret meeting. So Yash told me that. Oh, here is a girl. She's a massage girl, and uh, she doesn't understand English well. So you have to translate it. Come with me and be my translator. So I go along with him. I remember. So it was a public place, and actually it was an ashram where I board. You know, and so I was feeling a little awkward, because I am Indian. You know, uh, and I had to interview, like I had to translate for him for an Indian girl. But I say, okay, it's a normal thing here. But when we reach there, it uh, it start with a normal conversation, but then it's turned into whole very complicated situation because yes, started asking me that question, like does she massage or she can do other stuff. And I had to translate her. And I feel very embarrassed because we are sitting in an ashram, but because I was with him, I told, okay. So I asked her, and then she replied, it depend. I mean, there was a lot of things, but it's keep going. Like I thought, okay, one last question. And every time I was feeling embarrassed, but he keep pushing me. So we ended up on this question, like uh, Yash told me to ask her that will she do sex for money? And I was not convinced. And he kept pushing me. He kept pushing me. And finally, I asked her. And now here the picture is changed. Now he was not asking any more questions. But now it triggered me, turning me into addict shit. Like I I was feeling damn because uh the reply she answered, she she not said directly yes, but it was a yes that she can do that. And then I fall into that aging you know. But then he didn't ask any more question. So
No,
that was that's first introduction,
no,
my introduction to him.
I asked
You
one
know,
question after that. Remember? Mm,
what question? What more
After,
question?
you know the question. I asked if she have sex, if she do for sex. She said yeah, and then
Yes,
what was
yes. That after yeah, that was the last question. Yes, I'm saying.
no? But then I asked you to ask her something else.
Yeah, that eventually I don't remember. You have to remind me. You know,
No, you remember.
no,
Okay, so
I
then
I
you know because I tell you so many times. So then, like that's the main final question. How you don't remember? I tell
no,
you,
but right now it may be it's not popping up in my head.
yeah. So I asked her. I said, ask her if she feels bad about having sex.
Yeah, my mistake. And
Okay.
that was something. Yeah, it was it was like something impossible shit to uh, ask.
Yeah,
Uh, I asked her, but I think I remember I asked her, but in a way that she don't feel,
yeah.
uh, she don't feel
See,
uncomfortable.
yeah. So the whole point, though, see, I never had sex with her. I never even wanted to. This is example of edging. I like the whole, you see, all that is dopamine, like asking like questions you shouldn't ask, and then seeing her response, and that was the fun part for me. So that's the real definition of of edging, because a lot of people they're still not clear what edging is. Another good example is when we're in Thailand and we rent those sport bikes. um, I just wanted to pop up all the time and go by the bar the bars where all the girls stand outside, and then they see me pop up. See, I wanted that excitement, that like wow. See, that's edging too. There's so many ways. There's so many ways to
Yeah,
edge.
yeah. I remember you you keep saying me, okay, we will create a line, when we see the crowd of the girls, and then we are lining up, and
Right.
then we hit the throttle, and they are shouting, and this the reaction of
Yeah.
their giving us a dopamine hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
We
yeah,
we act like we're racing. Yeah. And so
yes,
then
yeah,
we can rev the engine high, and then we get
yes,
all the
the
attention.
attract. But it was too dangerous because we barely wearing any safety gears.
Yeah, I know. But that's the thing when you're a real addict, like you don't care. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, just we got to get the hit. It's all about getting that hit. So one can be a super deep addict and not even be looking at porn or having sex. There's so many other things you can do just to get that dopamine hit, and that just took a long time to see, right? Because logically, my mind says, "Well, I'm not doing any addiction, so like, what's the problem? I'm not, you know, preserving my semen. I'm not releasing." But I've made videos before about ojas, and that stimulation, that constant dopamine, it's burning up ojas. That's what it's doing. It doesn't matter the physical semen. Like that's yeah, we shouldn't lose that either. But if you lose physical semen, you're going to lose the ojas automatically. Because some of the addicts try to get clever. They're like, okay, so I can just lose my semen, not my ojas. It reminds me of how my mind used to think. If you lose your semen, you're losing your ojas. But you can also lose ojas without losing semen. And this is the whole point. Uh, How do you lose? Because your ojas it runs the whole body. It's the essence or substratum that holds, like, makes everything else work. I can't think of a more important ingredient than the ojas. And we burn that up because it's not an actual physical thing. It's more like, yeah, it's more essence. It's energetic, so it can get burnt up easy. Uh, but the quickest way to burn it up is through some addictions or dopamine stimulation. You burn up your ojas, and then everything gets weak as a result of that. Physically, you get weaker. Mentally, emotionally, you get weaker. Spirituality, forget about it. There's no power to get the higher downloads, or there's no spirituality. So edging is really the core, or you can call it lust. But see, when I say edging, it's broadening it out. Lusting is very confined to the sexual category. But edging, I'm giving you other examples of how people edge. The last thing, though, about that is some people try to get, they worry too much. They're like, oh no, I had a wet dream. I lost ojas, I lost energy. Or how do I might have lost a drop of ojas this morning because I had an erection. It's like, man, like, we're losing ojas every day, no matter what. So you're going to keep losing it until you finally die. This is a law of decay. Like, we don't keep these bodies forever. Energy keeps going down and down. It's okay. So the question is, are we losing energy in excessive manner? This is what I'm trying to say. So you check yourself and see, like, what are the habits that you're doing that may be causing a unnecessary release of energy, aside from the normal energy you're going to lose anyway. That's okay. The other thing I remember getting questions on is, well, they asked, like, I'm listening to music. Oh no, is that a dopamine hit? Oh, I was talking to my friends and I felt excited. Am I losing ojas? So you see, the mind just gets crazy with stuff. You can feel if what you're doing is destructive or constructive. If you're listening to good music, it's putting you into some kind of harmony inside. Okay, that's good. That's good dopamine. The grade of dopamine is different. If you're having high level talk with people, which if you can find any, then that's high level. That's good dopamine. It means it doesn't have side effects. It's not crashing your nervous system. It's building it up. If you spend time in nature and you're at the beach or somewhere in the woods, you're getting prana. That's good. That's healthy dopamine. So you just have to be a little intelligent and discern, like, is what I'm doing like destructive or constructive? Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it's really important, I mean, you are a witness of my entire journey of
Yeah.
because as I know you, you you were preserving the energy, you know, since I met you. But the motives was different. I
Yeah.
didn't know it. And I always feel like, oh, he's preserving, I don't preserve it that way. I always try. But really, I want to share this. It's really important because um, I born in an ashram, you know. So, but when it's come to the aging place, society, it doesn't matter. If somehow if you become addicted to this stimulation, or aging, what we call, it's really impossible to come out of it. So when I met you, finally, I remember my journey of this. Yeah, I was always struggling, but on some concrete level, I remember when you passed me this message of spa.
The sex porn
On
addicts,
the
sex porn
yeah,
addicts anonymous. Yeah, yeah.
Sex porn addicts anonymous. When you passed me this message, and I remember when I went there first time, uh, it was a very effective, but I didn't know the concept of it. I remember I got clean, and I keep telling you, I'm fine. You say, but no, do you understand about aging? What is the aging? And I really didn't understand it unless I experienced it. So with the help of spa, I got clean a couple of months, but I realized it was very calculated. It was a it There was a force which was holding it. You know, uh, I was doing a lot of struggle, during this time period, and and then also it was difficult for me because of surroundings, and I'm single, and these people, when I go to the spa, they all are married, old age, and some of them are on medications, and I am following the 12-step program, so I'm clean from the drugs, so for me at a point it was difficult to identify with my problems, and I asked you, you know that this is happening to me. I am not able to identify with it. See, there are many aspects, if we sit, we can spend hours, talking what happened, but I would like to come to the point.
Yeah.
So because I did all that shit, no fap challenge, all 90 days. Honestly, I got free from aging today. It's not, it's not something done by me, honestly, I believe, it comes with a total surrender, um, I keep doing it, and I keep calculating. I want to share one thing, calculation never worked for me, you know
Yeah, yeah.
it never
You
worked
mean like
for me.
yeah, I just want to define what that is so they know. You mean keeping track of how many days you've been clean.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes, because subconsciously you are also getting a hit. Oh, I am
right.
20 days clean.
Yeah,
So what is happening to me, I tell you honestly. So when I'm hitting 30 days, oh, I've done 30 days, and then I say, oh, I've done 60 days, and I have done 70. But then after 60 days, there is no hit. I was not able to get it, feels pretty flat. And because I was so obsessively counting my days, and I was also getting a hit by the getting these days, So somewhere it was not very, it was not in a very spiritual way, It was a very like a kind of power trip, I'm gaining power, So at a point, I get relapse, So, and when it happened to me this April, after my mother passed away, something happened to me, you know, and uh, since then, it changed everything, I am not calculating, I am not remembering. I can just sense of feeling free from all this, calculative method, you know, it, it somehow what it is happening to me, it is like somehow I convert into a kid, you know that is the expression, I'm giving you,
yeah, yeah.
so it was very difficult for me to live in an adult place, you know so I was living in Rishikesh, which is a surround of full aging and all that uh, Rishikesh is quite sexually evolved, I would
In
like to
India.
say, it's too much sexuality.
Yeah,
And when
India.
the aging stopped,
Right. Yeah. He's
I
yeah,
realized I cannot.
but you're talking about Rishikesh, India.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
talking about Rishikesh, India.
Yeah.
So it is known for the all yoga, meditation and stuff, But
Yeah. Yeah.
trust me, a person like me, it was full of, you know, full
Yeah.
of this aging stuff, For me, there was. So when my aging stopped, I become a kid, the energetical way, and I feel very disconnected with my own city, And so I left, you know. I mean, you keep telling me, leave this place. And I couldn't because inside me, all this, subtle aging is there, And I would also like to tell you that, like earlier, you were saying that aging is not only about that sexually, but uh, when I was in the program and I pretending, oh, I'm watching the girl, I'm enjoying them, oh, I'm not sexually thinking, but it was all false assumption,
Yeah. Yeah.
inside me, uh, it's always a way to enter, you know,
Yeah.
to get this dopamine hit,
Yeah. Yeah.
whether it is
Yeah. Or going
sexually
to the
or it's
gym.
romantically,
Right.
but it ends on the same point.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the
So
same like with the
today,
people when when the people want to work out and go to the gym, they pretend like I just want to work out. I'm just innocent. I want to work
Yeah,
out, but
yeah,
really you're
something
going
like
because,
that.
but
Yes, yes,
they want the girls to see them like work out. Yeah, and they get
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, today I'm living in this village. I'm living by myself. I'm just one Swami lives in the ups. There are just two floors, and it's in the middle of forest. This place is, and I'm really at peace. But if somebody asks me how you do it, no, I didn't do it.
yeah,
Uh, it happened. Of so many years of suffering. And I would like to say on the last moment, I become so powerless. I say I had no choice. I just surrendered to the God's willing. And but at the same time, there was an understanding. Um, I realized I cannot count. I cannot do this thing. Because it was too dangerous for me. It was not giving me anything, but uh,
yeah.
it's
Dopamine.
making it hard for me.
Yeah, counting can also be edging. You get a
Yeah,
dopamine hit from
yeah,
counting.
because it's giving me that
Yeah,
hit.
yeah,
And I remember, like I said, now it feels like I become a kid.
yeah,
And so it's so refreshing here. Um, so imagine as you are a child, you don't have this, but the energy, it's so
yeah,
uplifting, and you enjoy your surroundings. So I live in this small village. The entire population of village is about 1,000 people, and it's very balanced. There's river and
yeah,
yeah,
man. Yeah, no, it's supportive. The nature supports what we're doing. The thing is too, when you stop semen retention, I mean, when you stop the PMO, you start doing semen retention, you get energy. You stop the edging, you also get, yeah, now you're getting like, I don't know how much more energy, a lot more energy. So, and here's where the humility comes in. And we talked about this before. If the girl, the natural village girl, comes over and she really just puts it on you, like really starts working you seductively, if one's honest with themselves, we don't know what's going to happen. You can't say, no, I'm just going to tell
no,
her.
absolutely, yeah,
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 we
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
So,
And in that not knowing, see, that's humility. Then maybe grace can give some strength in that moment to work that out and do what we're supposed to do. You see,
yes, yes,
because if we
absolutely,
get
yeah,
complacent and think, no, I got this, man, universe is going to send a girl that's going to like crash you. Like that's what it does.
yeah, absolutely, and it's so free. I mean, you're not thinking about, oh, I will relapse.
Yeah,
Oh, you have to balance. You
right.
have to be like this. Oh,
Yeah,
you have to be like this. Oh, you have to. There is no struggle. It's like the life force is doing everything for you,
yeah,
and that's the ultimate.
yeah, yeah.
Today I don't have to think. I come, I sleep, wake up in the morning, doing yoga. All that these all these no fap experts, that they tell you, oh, you should do this, you should.
Yeah, yeah,
No, I'm not doing anything. it's
yeah,
it's it's just life force. It's
yeah,
like the algorithm is choosing for me. I am not worried about my dreams. I honestly, I not even think about it.
yeah,
That but if even if like, I just want to express, like, when it's really you, like, when you get the grades, everything becomes so easy. I mean, imagine it my entire life, it become 40, more than 40 years, or 35 years. I've been struggling to this. One thing I'm grateful to this Sex Porn Addict Anonymous. One motivation I got from there. I had one false assumption also that, oh, when I will get older,
yeah,
my sexual thought will be reduced.
yeah, yeah,
And that, I really, when I see these people, on these spa meetings, They are so old, 70 years old people, and they are struggling so badly. I mean, uh, I'm not comparing, but I see their state of mind, and I realize, damn, it's not possible. Like you thinking what you think, no, it's if I have to do, if something has to happen, it has to happen right now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it
Yeah.
it turned me, my faith towards the God, because I realized, how powerless I am, because that was the last hope I was holding, like, oh, I will be 45, it will change, I will do meditation, I will do
Yeah.
this, I will live away from the society. No, it didn't work that way.
No,
And
it get
today,
worse. You get more worse as
yeah,
time goes
I
on. The
mean,
habit
today,
gets deeper.
yeah, today, if you ask me, like, oh, what is, I mean, I share everything with you, and yes, so it's really different, man. Like, so yeah, this is, and you cannot do it. People, if they are calculating, and they say, oh, tomorrow I will not calculate it, it's not possible. You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
you
know how
can't.
I did it.
Yeah, you can't. I know you can't teach somebody how to do it. All one can
Yeah,
do is somehow be an example and share honestly, authentically the
yeah,
process, even though we don't know what happened. And then somehow there can be some transmission if somebody's open, and then somehow they may get something, But yeah,
yeah.
if for
One thing
people
I
yeah,
would like to add, it's required 100% honesty. I also remember when I used to talk to you earlier on those days, I realized I was not 100% honest,
yeah,
See, it was painful to be 100% honest because every time I shared my truth, my ego hurts, you
yeah,
know, and I shared earlier. But when I become complete honest, I realize, there is a shift in me, you know, and and I was more aware. I remember, uh, during the process, when there was a transformation, I was sharing everything,
yeah,
during those days when I relapsed,
yeah,
and I told you very honestly and with very open senses, and I was not feeling pissed. I was not feeling messed up, Oh shit, I lost it again. No, I didn't have those feelings,
yeah,
I was. It was more like, I was making the honest effort, and rest is up to God's hand,
yeah. Is
But
up
at the same time, I was not using it as a manipulate to myself,
right.
like, oh yeah, it's in God's hand. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing it again. No, it required, a lot of self-inquiry, I mean,
Yeah,
that's the only tool I had, you know to really find this situation where you are 100% honest. You are not doing any manipulation to yourself,
yeah,
and yeah, then of course, then when you become honest, it's like opening a door,
yeah,
to observe the cosmic energy, so-called grace and stuff,
yeah. Yeah, man. I think we said everything. Yeah. Did you want to
yeah.
say anything else or
No, I think, yes, I think we are cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's
all.
complete. I mean, we can stretch and talk forever, but I think we summed up the message. I think that's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, good,
Good
man.
to,
All right.
good
So
to
we'll
express,
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see what the people think. If anybody has questions, you can leave them here, and then
yes,
he'll
yeah,
also
yeah,
he'll check the
yeah,
the comments too, and then he can respond if you have a question for him. I know there's a lot of I don't know 20% of the audience I think are Indians, so um, yeah, that's why I wanted to have you on here. So yeah,
yes,
we can do it
yes,
like that.
we'll do.
All right,
Yeah,
good, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
good,
enjoy the
good.
night. Yeah,
Yes,
sleep good because you're gonna go to sleep now, right? Because you're in India.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. It's
All right.
time for me to sleep. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, good. I'll see
All
you,
right.
bro. Okay.
Yeah, see.